No, już czeka na mnie nawet.
You might not believe it, Hunter, but this ordeal with the sunlight serum is finally over. Dracula has nothing.
That is fantastic. I knew you and Blade could take care of business.
The sunlight serum is so diluted it no longer poses a threat. The vampires have been cast back into the night, where they belong. I don't think I can properly express my relief. Hunter, if you had not been there to lean on throughout all this, I do not know how I would have survived.
This plague of vampires put stress on the whole team. We supported each other.
You are too kind. I'm glad I found such a welcoming family of heroes. And about that, Hunter, you should know that I will remain committed to the Midnight Sun's greater mission. You all helped me in my time of need. It is only fair that I return the favor.
Your support is much appreciated.
Marvelous. But before we move on, we must make one final decision regarding the sunlight serum.
We?
Oh, yes. I value your guidance. My prototype sample is no more, but I still possess my research notes. I could continue my experiments in the hopes of curing myself and maybe others, unless the risk of it falling into the wrong hands seems too great.
You are too emotionally close to this problem right now. Store your notes in a safe place until you have time to reflect on the best path forward.
I had not thought of that approach, but it does have merit. I do not know when the right time will come, but I look forward to that day. Thank you for your help, Hunter.
Tylko
It
rozmowa.
seems we can finally put this ordeal with Morbius's serum behind us.
Thankfully, we have more important things to focus on now.
Hunter, thank you for not being overly harsh with Morbius.
I only did what seemed to be right at the time.
I would say you are wise beyond your years, but you have more years than most of us put together. Maybe that's what makes you so discerning.
And still no wrinkles.
Indeed. I am just glad that Morbius found some peace of mind. I am familiar with that journey. It's not easy. Be proud of your part in that, Hunter.
Okej. Czyli zgaduję, że Karol to też nie do spotkania.
Can't believe I'm saying this aloud, but I think I figured out Dracula's master plan.
Go on.
There is a Lilith connection, but it's not direct. Dracula is acting like he knows the world is coming to an end. Didn't expect him to be an apocalypse prepper, but here we are. Think of every play he's backed so far. Some of his plans overlap, right?
I had noticed that.
That's because he's throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks. It doesn't matter what plans fail. As long as one succeeds, he wins. The good news is, we're foiling his plans faster than he's setting them in motion. If we keep nipping these buds, he'll have nothing left. Let's debrief on the latest. Looks like Dracula's plan went up in smoke. See what I did there?
I do. Is the sunlight serum truly gone?
Dracula still has a supply, but it's barely effective, as you experienced. For a master plan, this one was a real dud.
Morbius shamed Dracula. The Lord of Vampires will rid himself of the serum.
Think you're right. Never mess with the sun.
You mean the suns?
But shh.
What?
It's a... never mind. Central is tracking all mention of the sunlight serum or anything like it. Unless it finds something, I think we're done here. Anything else on your mind?
Thanks, Carol.
Sure thing. Anything?
Okej, czyli tak naprawdę jest Morbius, Blade, Nico i Deadpool.
So the vampires turned tail and ran into the night.
No ale jeszcze
You were
pogadamy
right.
z Blade'em.
Morbius proved very useful today.
You know, even I'm impressed that he stared down Dracula.
So, did the two of you bury the hatchet?
We're not exactly friends, but I appreciate his experience in the field.
Sounds like someone is developing a grudging respect for the living vampire.
Okay, sure. Just don't tell him I said that.
You know, grudging respect is the first step to real friendship.
It's time to drop this, Hunter.
No i dobra. Zobaczmy, co jest w zanadrzu dla Deadpoola. Jakby wydaje mi się, że... Czekaj, już z nim byliśmy na jednym spotkaniu, ale nie pamiętam, co tam w ogóle było. Ile no? Nie no, wydaje mi się, że na drinka z Deadpoolem to będzie chyba dobra opcja, nie? Dobra, idziemy na tego drinka z Deadpoolem.
Don't you ever get tired?
Of what?
You know, being responsible for everything. Surprised your poor back hasn't broken yet with all that pressure.
It is difficult being a hero.
Glad someone's finally admitted it.
We should be honest with ourselves.
Look at you, telling it like it is. Our job is hard, and definitely not in the fun way. Just hearing the word hero makes me want to walk into oncoming traffic.
It is not that bad.
Says the poster child of heroism. Haven't you ever fantasized about leaving it all behind?
I have thought about it.
Of course you have. There's no shame in it. Take it from me. I fantasize all the time. Most of it isn't PG, so it stays inside the pants.
There's no use in wanting something I cannot have.
Now you sound like you're in a teen romance flick. What you're feeling is normal, Hunter. We've all thought about ghosting this lifestyle.
That is reassuring. Thank you.
Now, if you ever want to, elope, you know where to find me. Grrr.
Piwo korzenne z Kanady.
That
O.
was so fun, I could die right now.
No i super. Dobra, się jeszcze rozejrzę i na tyle będzie z tego dnia. Znaczy jeszcze coś będzie na streamie, także na spokojnie. Okej. Prywatna wiadomość od Deadpoola. Czyli mamy friendship level up. To lecimy.
You wanted to talk?
When you put it that way, it makes it sound like I'm in trouble. And not the fun kind.
Did you do something?
Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Open up those ear holes. Deadpool's gonna tell a story. Once upon a time, there was a handsome merc who had friends and family that loved him. But chaos and destruction followed him wherever he went, and it ended up hurting the people he cared about most. He waved goodbye and peaced out to live a life of solitude. The end. I'm still workshopping it, but I think it could be made into a movie.
It sounds like you have had it rough.
You know, you make the setup so easy, it's not fun sometimes.
I'm being serious.
Jaki fajny
You've had
pokój.
hard experiences. Thank you for opening up to me.
See? It's almost unfair how the jokes write themselves. But, I figured you deserved to know where I'm coming from.
Do you feel better now that you have told me?
Give me 3 to 5 business days and I'll get back to you.
You put too much pressure on yourself.
Duh, don't you?
It is unavoidable at times, but I try my best not to.
Someone tell them they're in a video game, and the pressure is all an illusion. Ahem! A little pressure isn't so bad.
It keeps us in check.
And it feels great along my happy trail. Now you know my sob story. No more mushy-gushy talk, all right?
Dobra. Mam nowy poziom przyjaźni z Deadpoolem i dosyć wysoko już w tym trzecim poziomie jesteśmy. Podoba mi się to. A tak się rozejrzałem dookoła i nie wiem w sumie po co. Ktoś chce pogadać. Venom.
Howdy, partner. What's crackin'?
You seem quite brisk today.
Well, why shouldn't I be? Got a full 8 last night, just started a new supplement, and I've got a renewed outlook on my future.
I am glad to see you in high spirits.
Thanks. Although, I'm probably mostly just in a good mood because I started researching a new story.
A story?
I had this revelation. You know I'm a trained journalist. I get a thrill when I break open a big corporate conspiracy or report on a public good.
So, you want to do more reporting?
Yeah. We've been so busy fighting Lilin and vampires with a Y that I haven't had time. I'm feeling this itch in the back of my head telling me to get out there and dig up some dirt.
You have my blessing.
Ah, good. Because I've already started. I want to look into Dracula's history with the new breed vampires. What was his grand plan? How did he get into a feud with Mephisto? And is it true that a secret cabal of vampires controls the internet?
That all sounds interesting.
Probably shouldn't say anything more at this point. You never know who could be listening.
In the Abbey? No one can spy on us here.
Exactly. Wink, wink. Let's keep this between us, okay?
Check. As I had hoped, the bar guest's dark energy is exactly what we needed to pierce the demonic barrier.
What is our next move?
I've created a suit of armor from it, tailored to fit you and only you. In theory, it will allow you to walk among the Lilin. I just hope it fits. It certainly looks impressive, doesn't it? I've decided to call it the Demon Child suit.
A very fitting name, Doctor. On many levels.
I was hearing a lot of I's in there, Doc. Thought this was a we scenario going on here.
Yes, Tony provided some assistance, of course.
Dziwny ten
Particularly
strój.
with the name.
Yeah, well, forgive me if I'm not used to having my combat suits try and take a bite out of me while I calibrate them.
It is an impressive, if not pungent, creation.
Speaking of, I suggest you make use of the suit while the components are still fresh. That should maximize the protections against that infernal barrier.
Understood, Doctor.
Oh, Hunter, what is that hideous thing you're wearing?
Hideous? That's harsh, even for you, Sarah.
It, smells. And what is that leathery material it's made of? It looks like it's made from the skin of...
Rabid demon dog? Pretty much terrifies me just looking at it. But if it can get Hunter here through that demonic barrier keeping us out of Banner's lab, I can deal with my existential terror over Strange's creepy meat suit.
Barrier? I thought we discussed this.
Oh, we did, Sarah. We just decided to go another way.
Hunter, we need to talk, and we need to talk now. So, I see you, Stark, Magic, and Nico are heading to Banner's lab, despite my objections.
We are.
But I said no, and I said it loud and clear.
No i co z tego?
Well, this is what we have decided to do. Best accept it.
It's not like any of you are giving me much of a choice.
Sorry, Sarah, but this is not just your decision. Stark, Strange, Nico, Magic, they're all behind this plan.
This plan could derail the whole mission.
Or it might save us all.
Bollocks.
I know you have heard this before, but you need to trust us.
I can't stop you, can I?
No, you cannot.
Fine. Go back to the lab and get Tony's toy.
Thank you, Sarah.
While you're there, if you happen to encounter Wanda, don't make the mistake of going easy on her. I assure you, she won't hold back on you.
I still believe there is hope for her.
False hope. Listen, I feel Nico and Magic's pain. I do. But we both know purifying corruption is impossible. Wanda is gone. Your only job is to retrieve the accelerator and come back, safe. Do not sacrifice yourself for someone who is beyond saving. You hear me? Well, at least that armor looks as sturdy as it is macabre. It should give you the protection you need. Good luck out there. I hope Tony's accelerator is worth it.
Hunter, I do not appreciate being disrespected like this.
What is the problem?
The problem is your new demon child armor. I had ideas on how to improve its design, but neither Stark nor Strange would listen to me. I don't like being ignored.
I am sure they were just busy.
Unfortunately, they already implemented many of my
Przez
ideas
przypadek
once they
wcisnąłem.
worked through the design on their own.
I do not understand. What is the problem?
I wanted the credit.
Is that the doggy armor Strange tailored for you?
How does it look?
You have to ask.
I know. I look hideous.
I was thinking more along the lines of ridiculous. Not unlike Strange's plan.
I thought you wanted us to find a way to break back into Banner's lab.
I do. I just think wearing a hellhound skin to bypass a demonic barrier is something you'd only see in one of Nico's zombie movies.
If you have a better idea, Magic, now is the time to propose it.
Oh, getting defensive. Cute. Sadly, I do not have a better idea. At least not for the moment. But if on the off chance you happen to breach the barrier and make your way in, maybe I can find a way to help you out.
What do you mean?
I don't give a damn about the accelerator. But I do give a damn about Wanda. So if wearing that monstrosity gets us closer to her, I will do everything in my power to help get her back. Promise me you will do the same.
I swear.
Good. Now get out of here. And don't come back until you bring back my friend. Be careful out there, Hunter. I want both you and Wanda back safe.
Okay, we don't have much time, so I want to run down what you need to do to pull off this purification spell. First and foremost, you gotta say the words to the incantation freaking precisely. Like every single syllable needs to be on point.
What if I stumble over them?
Something bad might happen?
Define bad.
Oh, I don't know. Like accidentally summoning a huge horde of zombie penguins to descend on New York? But that's why you memorize the words to the incantation. You do remember them, right?
Never fear, Nico. I got it all up here.
Okay, so what are they?
Huh?
Come on, let me hear them.
Ego sum tenebris, et veniunt in domum suamiu bet dominus.
And the last line?
To chyba brzmi jakoś tak najlepiej.
Domun domini praecepta iur.
Oh.
Hey, you remembered all your lines. Not sure you would. Maybe we have a shot at saving Wanda after all. Okay, there are a few more important details we need to go over. First off, don't say the incantation before you see Wanda. You have to wait until she's in sight for it to work, okay?
Got it.
When you do start to say it, she should start to become disoriented. You're gonna have to repeat it 3 times before she's gonna be subdued enough for you to drain the corruption from her. Absorbing that much dark energy into your body is gonna be intense. I just want to make sure you're up to it.
I am. I feel very well prepared, thanks to you.
I just want to make sure you have everything you need to get through this. It's not like I forgot that the only person in recorded history who managed to remove corruption freaking died doing it.
I do not need to be reminded of that.
Oh, right, sorry. Guess I'm a little anxious. I want Wanda back more than anything. I just don't want you to fall trying to get her back. I've already lost enough people I care about.
You do not have to worry about losing me, Nico. I will be fine.
You better be. So, this is it, huh? Just wanted to say, I believe in you, Hunter. You got this.
Thanks, Nico.
Now, bring our girl home. Oh, and Hunter, if for some reason the spell doesn't work, please don't hurt her. No matter what happens, remember, Wanda is still in there.
No i dobra. Tak zluknę jeszcze tutaj na szybko. Jest. Dobra. Na początek idziemy na tę misję. A, Magic za nami idzie. To dobrze, że ją tam poulepszaliśmy trochę. No dobra. Czas na zabawę.